finally realized that if you go woke, you will go broke. Is this their breaking point? Well, according to rumors from Doomcock, hail Doomcock, this might be the case. Bounding into Comics has come out with an article that's based on an alleged leak that Doomcock has heard from his source. Now, remember, Doomcock was pretty much given all the leaks to episode 9, which ended up being correct. So before people rush to judgment and say there's no credibility to this, just remember his sources have been pretty much 100% accurate in the past. Now, he himself has even said that he doesn't know if he 100% believes this, but given the source and given the background and what seems to be happening and what we've seen going on in other parts of Lucasfilm, it seems to lend itself to, I think, be credible, this rumor. So let's get into it and talk about it. Guys, Final Death Star, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button, and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Share it around. It, helps grow the channel, and I really do appreciate it. All right, so here we are, John F. Trent. A new rumor claims the top priority at Disney is to remove SJW employees. I know what you're thinking, depending on which side you're on. Either A, this is crazy, it's never going to happen, or B, it's too good to be true. And I don't know, it just may be. It just may be. But let's see what Doomcock has to say here. A new rumor claims the top priority at Disney that will affect Marvel and Star Wars is to remove SJW employees, as the top executives have realized that if you go woke, you go broke. It's not just a slogan. We have been saying this for how many years now? At least since The Last Jedi came out. For some of us in the community, you've been saying it since The Force Awakens. You saw the writing on the wall right away. Others, it took till The Last Jedi to really see what was going on. And what the agenda was inside Lucasfilm, Disney, and now it seems Marvel might be heading in that direction. Although, if this is true, possibly not. But it seems to be trend. It was, at least it was trending that way. The rumor comes from YouTuber Overlord Doomcock, who prefaces his information saying, "I have heard the following information once again from a high-level source. And the persistence of this information leads me to believe there may be something to this story. So I am presenting it to you now." And this is I'll link the article. It's bounding in the comics. But here's the video from Doomcock. So definitely go check out his. He gets very much into detail about this. He adds, "Please know, however, that I cannot independently verify what I am about to tell you." So he gives a disclaimer. It's just what he's heard. He can't verify it's 100% true, but based on the source and the consistency of the information, it seems to be there's something to it. So please consider this unverified rumor and take it with several dashes of salt. Oh, you play on words. He then gets into the thick of the rumor, stating, according to a source who has been reliable in the past, the proverbial shit is about to hit the fan at Disney. And I am being told that getting the SJWs out of Disney is priority number one. He continues, mandated by the sudden realization that cliches are cliches for a reason, and new understanding at the highest level that get woke, go broke is no longer just a slogan. Now, they could have saved themselves years of trouble had they just listened to the fans that they chose to insult instead. But, some I guess lessons have to be learned the hard way. And unfortunately, for Disney, they have, at least they're learning, I suppose. But is it too late? Are fans, have they already gone? Can they be won back? Are they willing to come back? After several years of being called ists and isms and bigots and everything else you can imagine from Lucasfilm employees to the fans that have paid the money to help them get where they're at. I don't know if it's too late or not. I don't know. He then adds, yes, you heard me right. As incredible as it sounds, my source boldly claims that Disney is now only concerned with one thing: profitability. Profitability. I have said repeatedly, I don't understand how these top executives, from a business standpoint, not a creative standpoint, a business standpoint, how they have let it go so far into this, so deep down this rabbit hole, because they've been losing money. I know it, this Disney, The Last Jedi made a ton of money, Rise of Skywalker, it did not make as much as people think. When they count the budget, when they count the advertising overseas, it did not make as much as they think. Also, it could have made a lot more. Like, The Rise of Skywalker should have been the biggest movie of all time. The end of the Skywalker saga, with all of the cast. Well, I mean, with the exception of Carrie, although they did bring her back digitally. With everyone back, I mean, they brought Harrison back. You've got Luke Skywalker that you could have done even more with. It was just such a letdown, and it should have been the biggest movie of all time, So you count all that, you put all that together, they didn't make that much money off Star Wars, and the merchandise hasn't been selling. The proclamation is about to be sent out from on high to every corner of the Enchanted Kingdom. Disney is a for-profit business moving forward. And from here on out, the customer comes first. Oh boy. That's unbelievable to hear after the customer has been insulted for a few years now. It's I don't know, it's tough to believe it's true, but one can always hope, right? The woke part is over because the mouse has awakened with a terrible hangover, and it's a new day at Disney. So that means, I don't know, what does that mean for Miss Brie Larson? Is she, I guess if she stays as Captain Marvel, I'm assuming she'll stay as Captain Marvel, but I guess the agenda politics are going to have to go out the window because they can't insult the fans. What is going to happen? I can't even imagine what's going to happen with this fandom. Not being attacked by Disney, not being labeled isms by because we don't agree with the certain agenda, the forced agendas that have been intruding, where you're using a platform, a movie, not as a story, not as a way to extend lore and legend, modern day mythologies, but rather as a platform to preach from, and it's like, I don't care what side it's on or what the message is. It should not, the main agenda of a film should not be used as a platform. The same thing's going on with Star Trek. With Kurtzman, he has openly said that Star Trek comes second. The agenda comes first. The politics come first. So, it's not hard to wonder why the fans are upset with these things, and it's been for years now that we've been told we're wrong and we're this and that and the other thing because we don't agree that these are what we love, our franchises should be used for, political pandering. But only now, in the end, do they understand? Doomcock then details that Disney employees and anyone on their payroll will begin treating their fans with respect. Wowza. Disney employees and anyone on the payroll, you see that there? Wow. That is that's something else right there. It's almost too good to be true. I don't know. He states, my source tells me that huge policy changes are about to be made at Disney. Bad-mouthing fans, no matter what they say or what side they are on, will no longer be tolerated. And that goes for anyone and everyone who works for Disney. Everyone, including Brie Larson, including the Lucas Story Group, and everyone that Kathleen Kennedy has ever hired. Wow. I'm speechless. If this is true, I am speechless. I still don't know if it's enough to win back fans that have been so hurt, but it's at least they're on the right track. At least they're on the right track. Later on, Doomcock continues, I've been told explicitly that even someone like Brie Larson will no longer be able to work at Disney if she takes shots at the fans. Wow. That's something. If she takes shots at the fans. Doomcock then claims that this will also mean changes to how they treat their characters, like Luke Skywalker and Nick Fury. He explains Lucasfilm Story Group will no longer be empowered to humiliate Luke Skywalker, to strike a blow against the patriarchy. Oh, wow. No more will Nick Fury be humiliated by having a pet cat take out his eye. He states, "Get woke, go broke" is a phrase that resonates with Disney, and positive changes are on the way if the leaks are true. He goes on to say that there's been people inside Lucasfilm and Disney that have been watching his live streams and other live streams and videos amongst the YouTubers in, I'm assuming, our community, the Fandom Menace. And it's been eye-turning. They are page-turning, eye-popping for them. They haven't realized, I guess somehow in years, they haven't realized that there's been such voices, because I think they've been in their echo chamber where they pass ideas around and they don't want to listen to anyone else. You know, they have no idea it's out there. And now they're looking at the profit margin saying, why are we losing money? Why is there a 42% that I think it says here the business was down? Here we go. The rumor comes after the poor third quarter for Disney. Motley Fool reports Disney's overall revenue fell 42%. Okay, so what this has made me think of, though, is this article where we have Kathleen Kennedy recently saying that Star Wars future, we need to step back in time. We need to take a step back, basically, and look back at what George created and all the source material that she claims doesn't exist, and reassess Star Wars. So that you add these things up, and, you know, we've heard about this civil war inside Lucasfilm with the KK's crew and Jon Favreau. You add these things together, and you start getting this picture that maybe there's some truth to this article here, that that Disney's reassessing and they want to remove the SJWs from Lucasfilm, and what Disney in general, I guess Marvel as well. So I don't know. You know, it is interesting when you put these two articles together. You take little pieces of evidence here and there, and I mean, you know, when all is said and done, Doomcock sources have been reliable in the past, so they do have, you know, a track record of being right on certain, you know, high-level leaks like the Episode 9 leaks. So anyway, this all brings me to this. I've created a Teespring store called Final Death Star's Sci-Fi Outpost, and right here you have The Force is Fired, coming 2021. I did this as, you know, just a little bit of a joke, but now it looks like maybe it's true, or maybe there is something to it. So you can check out my store if you want to pick up your very own Force is Fired shirt. So I will link that in the description down below there. But so that's the leak, that's the rumor. You know, who knows? I don't know if it's enough to bring Star Wars fans back anyway. I mean, I think if they do it right and they take it seriously and they start putting out really good content, and possibly that would win back enough fans. You know, it definitely. I don't know how else you can do it, but you know, we'll see. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. This is just a rumor as it stands right now, but it does seem like could be some credibility to it. So I will leave it for you to decide and mull over. Just remember, take it with a few pinches of salt. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.